the views and opinions of the hosts and resource persons do not represent those of the organization and the university and its stakeholders.
Hello, my name is Jordan Chong pala,
Hello, and I'm Joseph.
and you are listening to int nTeraction, a podcast where students from different batches can interact with each other and share their unique experiences and perspectives on university life. So, Joseph, kumusta ka naman pala?
You
How's
know,
that?
since it's the end of the week naman, I'm really looking forward to taking a break from ACADS, resting, catching up on my sleep. But of course, I'm really excited to hear the different experiences our guests here have for us today.
Oo nga, speaking of guests, we have some amazing people here.
That's true. That's true.
How about we hear their introductions, starting with always girls first, Sandra.
Hello, I am Sandra. Wait lang, Sandra Berjamin yan. R. So, ayan. I'm Sandra Berjamin. Pero sige. That's a common mistake, Benjamin. Pero sige. Okay lang naman. And, ayun na. Hello.
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 Kyle?
Hi guys, I'm Kyle Santiago. You can call me Chago. And yes, I'm ID 120.
Nice. And last but not the least, Richard.
Hello, I'm Richard Zapanta, but you can just call me Richard. And I think I'm ID 118, and I think I'm the oldest batch sa podcast na to. So ayun. Nice to meet you all.
Di naman halata sa itsura mo, sir.
Oo nga, hindi na mahalata.
Di naman halata.
So, kumusta naman kayo lahat? How's ACADS? How's life? Tell me everything, the tea, the shade, everything. Kumusta naman?
Ano ba? Surviving.
Aren't we all?
Yes.
How about you,
Uh,
Kyle? How's life naman?
For me, stressed. Kasi gusto ko maging estudyante, pero gusto ko rin maging streamer. And I'm dying.
Oh.
Yun lang.
Okay lang yun, boss. Okay lang yun. And
How
of
about
course,
you, Richard?
Well, I think same naman with all, surviving and currently doing thesis. Medyo that's one of the stressful parts sa pagiging senior, but doing fine. Still surviving pa naman.
I see. So to start off with the podcast, I would leave it to Joseph to tell us all about what's gonna happen in this podcast.
okay, so basically, we will be presenting you guys with topics and you guys have to give your personal opinions about it. And syempre, since yun nga, the title of this podcast is Interaction, we highly encourage you guys to compare your experience and ask each other questions whenever you guys want. So feel free lang to jump in the discussions when you guys feel like it. So yun lang. If you guys are ready, we could start now with the first topic. So you guys all good? Okay.
All good.
Okay, so for our first topic, it's actually about super relatable itong topic since we have guests from different batches. So it's about the traditions and cultures among batches. So for the first question, I think this actually started in my batch 120. So I'm actually curious about this then. So can any of you explain the saying, kasalanan ng mga frosh? So yun. Do you guys have any idea on that saying ba? Anyone can start. If you guys have any. Go lang.
May idea ko, as a frosh, I mean, like, nung 120, same tayo, Joseph. Pero, may idea ko kung bakit kasalanan ng frosh. Kasi kasalanan lang nila eh. Yun lang yun. There's no further explanation. I think yun lang talaga yun. Kasalanan lang ng frosh. Don't have to explain it.
Hindi ka ba naawa sa sarili mo na frosh din?
Hindi na tayo frosh eh.
Upgraded.
Okay.
So kasalanan ng
Hindi
mga
na frosh.
121
Growth.
Grabe,
Just call growth.
grabe. How about our
Basta
upper
tayo.
batches naman? How do you guys feel about it?
Yung kasalanan ng frosh, dati pa yun though. I mean, kahit nung senior high pa ako sa DLSU, sinasabi nila kasalanan ng senior high. So, na yung frosh naging senior high na. So, parang, ayun, parang naglipat lang sa senior high. So, basically, all the people who are younger, yun yung inaano. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'll agree. Ano siya, ever since frosh or kahit senior high ako, may kasabihan na ganun. Pero I think it's more on the parang tradition. Pero ano rin, it's more on nagiging experience. So, for example, di ba, parang in the hallway, syempre when you're frosh, you're feeling lost. Hindi mo alam kung saan ka pupunta. So, most of the time, mas matagal ka maglakad in the hallway. Hindi ka alam na you should keep right pala. Tapos nasa gitna ka. And yung other classes or upper classmen, nagmamadali sila sa class. So, syempre, mainis sila. Tapos they will say, always say na kasalanan ng frosh kung ba't sila late. So, it's more on tradition and culture and also parang experience sila. Parang since frosh, there's really new in the campus. So, yun. So, instead na tinitich sila ng tama, sinasabihan na lang kasalanan ng frosh. Ayun.
Grabe.
I can actually relate to you guys because, spoiler alert, 115 pala ako in disguise.
What?
What?
So surprised.
Parang hindi yun napag-usapan kanina.
Grabe.
Hindi na ako oldest.
Plot twist.
Yes,
Hindi nga.
honestly, of all of you guys, ako na yung parang lolo ng battle.
Grabe naman, lolo. Pwede tito.
Oh, tito na rin.
So I can actually honestly relate to what Zapanta was like talking about. Like kapag namamadali sa stairs or kapag gusto nilang gamitin yung elevator, nandiyan palagi yung frosh and wala ka namang masabi kundi mainis na lang sa mga frosh because like
Grabe.
they don't know the rules, quote unquote, about everything. So medyo harsh words pero hazing frosh people with our harsh words. Pero of course, personally rin, I don't kind of think na kasalanan talaga ng frosh. I always like to keep the peace. And so sinasabi ko lang sa kanila, just take care of yourselves. Look out for yourselves and look na lang kung ano yung mga rules and etiquette na lang towards DLSU. So speaking of experiences with the frosh, I'm like wondering how's the F2F experience before, as I think Richard can really talk about this, especially since he's been in DLSU before pandemic happened.
Yes. Yeah. I think na-experience ko full academic year in DLSU face-to-face. And I would say super iba talaga yung face-to-face and online. So, kung napapansin yung schedule nyo, there's like 15 minutes break in between. During face-to-face, the 15 minutes super haba niya. Like, pwede kang mag-CR, pwede kang bumili ng pagkain somewhere sa Agno, pwede ka tumambay, mag-chika, pwede ka pa maglaro ng Switch game in the middle of the breaks. Well, ngayon, during online, parang ang hirap ng to do those kind of stuff. And parang tinatamad ka na to do in those 15 minutes break. So, during the face-to-face talaga, ang saya na experience kasi you really have this kind of interaction with your blockmate, classmate, friends, and iba talaga yung experience. Like, kahit after exam, na you know the struggles, yung hirap, pero after the exam, paglabas ng mga classroom, kikita kayo ng friends mo, tapos siguro there's a 5 to 30 minutes na magkukwentuhan kayo tungkol the exam. Then after the exam, wala na. Magkain kayo, maybe in Jollibee, McDo, tapos wala, tambay na lang somewhere else after the exam. So, ang dami pwede gawin during the face-to-face compared during the online. And super hirap i-bring back yung ganito in an online setup talaga.
Actually, ako rin, naranasan ko yung face-to-face sa Lasal since nag-senior high ako doon. Tapos 1.5 term na frosh year ko was face-to-face. So, naranasan ko yung slight slight org life na face to face. So mas parang easier talaga, as what Richard said, na easier to connect with others kasi talagang face to face, talagang parang required ka mag-interact with them, na hindi yung kagaya dito na pwede ka mag-mute. Pwede ka mag-mute or magsabi na ay unstable kasi internet, ay whoops, ganun eh. Tapos parang wala lang, there's like kung introvert ka like me or like you're shy, mas na-force ka talaga mag-open up kasi you're there physically. Hindi yung parang dito na ang daming excuses na pwede mong masabi. So, yeah.
How about Kyle? What do you feel like marinig mo na parang face-to-face is coming up na? Did you even go through face-to-face?
No, hindi ako umabot sa face-to-face ng DLSU. Sad ako. At this point, hindi na ako, like, parang wala na ako siya na-expect. Like, okay, nung nalaman ko na, nung mag-face-to-face na, sabi ko sa oh, okay. Nice. Pero parang hindi na ako na-surprise. Parang, okay, nice. Parang hindi na ako nag-look forward to it. As in, like, parang kapag ka kung hindi nag-face-to-face, hindi ako madidisappoint, diba? Kasi ang tagal ko nang narinig yun na, malapit ng face-to-face. Excited pa ako nun. Tapos ngayon parang, sige na lang, patapos naman eh. Magsa-third year na tayo. Okay na. Sige, tapusin na natin to, boys. Let's go.
Oh, that's so sad. Pero if, for example, imagine yourself being a frosh. If you're gonna go to F2F soon, what would you, like, what's your fantasies with regards to F2F?
Gusto ko yung, like, for me, yung fantasy ko kapag pumunta tayo sa face-to-face, kasi technically, pagpasok ko ng face-to-face, frustration ako eh. Technically, ganun yung vibe.
True.
Pero, gusto kong gawin, awayin ko yung 122. Like, ba yan, maka-force talaga, nakaka-ice kayo. Gusto ko gawin yung ginagawa ng mga upper batch natin. Like, parang na yun nga, yung sinisisi na lahat sa frosh.
For the experience lang.
For the experience lang.
Mag-advance store ka na. Mag-advance store ka na.
Actually, pupunta ako bukas sa campus.
Ayun.
Memorize ko na yung buong
Tama.
format. Aawayin ko yung mga tao tapos sabihin ko, uy, bawal ka dyan. Tapos talaga. Excited na ako.
Pero as someone who like had to spend their first college year, which is something that's like significant talaga, diba? Yung first college year mo. Like, how did it feel having to spend it fully online talaga? Like, did you feel like, syempre, you missed out on stuff, diba? But like, what are your opinions of it?
To be fair, nung first year ko, actually hanggang ngayon, I was like, so, sad burn ako, na idea na parang, damn, ang dami ko napapanood ng movies na parang sa'yo ng first year na sa college. Tapos sabi sa akin ng mga, kasi hindi naman ako lumalabas ng house bago pa mag-senior high school, like nung senior high school pa and before that. So talaga ako, pagtatanong ko yung parents ko kung pwede ba akong gumala, sabihin nila, okay lang yan, next time na yan, pag college ka na lang. Tapos college na ako, hindi pa na ako lumalabas. Kasi, yeah, you know what I mean? This is crazy. So, nung nalaman ko na first year ko, wala namang kwenta. Tapos yung second year ko, wala rin kwenta. Ano na lang? May third and fourth pa ako. So, yun lang naman. Medyo, I'm mad about it. But, wala akong magagawa. To be fair, nasulit ko naman kasi naging plat ako sa Valorant and sa TFT. Pero na-demote ako balik sa Silver 2. Silver 3 ako ngayon. So, okay na ako. Sige, okay na yun. I'll take everything.
Okay lang, flat ka naman sa Valorant.
Silver 3 na ako. Chill.
Goods na yun.
Well, honestly, for me, like, kasi I've went through both F2F and online classes. There's always pros and cons with regards to it. Kasi yung F2F talaga, when it comes to the pros, like literally you can talk with other people, like Zapanta said earlier. You can like go do whatever things that you like. Naalala ko pa before nung oh my gosh, before nung 115 pa ako, literally I would run towards the cafeteria during the break. I would buy like those sandwiches in Vanilled so that I can like eat a little bit while working. Pero at the same time, one of the cons that I always have is like for example, nasira yung elevator and my classes go up to 10th floor.
Andrew ba
So
yan?
Ben
Oh, no,
Yield
no,
yung
no.
sinasabi
Ah,
ko.
right. Okay, okay.
So
Yes.
just imagine na lang, my school is like inside a hotel. So instead of going through the elevator, I needed to like go through like the employee entrances. Kung minsan rin yung elevator may topak. So what I would usually do kapag sobrang raming tao sa elevator or may topak yung elevator, I'd usually run from floor 1 to floor 10. And it's always such a hassle talaga, especially nakasuited tayo pa ako noon, kaya talagang takbo talaga ako papuntang sa floor 10. And
Exercise yan.
pero tumaba pa rin ako.
Experience ko
So,
rin mag-stairs sa face-to-face. Lalo na like
yeah.
Andrew, may class ka. Tapos ang haba ng pila. Ayun, no choice kung ayaw mo malate, you need to go through stairs talaga.
Yeah. Pero I
Yung-
think, sorry, continue
Sorry.
lang.
Gusto ko lang sana i-add sa kay Sandra and sa kay Richard na na yung brother ko rin kasi, DLSU kasi siya, graduate siya ng DLSU 8 years ago. 8 years yung agot namin. Pero siya, lagi niya sinasabi sa akin, kapag magkaklase ka sa Andrew, kapag may year ka or term na mag-a-Andrew ka, lahat ng class mo dapat na sa Andrew. Kasi sa stairs ka eh. Last time na nandun siya, every day na may Andrew siya, magsa-stairs na siya. Hindi niya na iba-bother yung elevator kasi most likely may problem daw yun. So, yun daw. Exercise
Like
daw
day.
yun eh.
Like they
Yeah.
every day.
True.
Tapos, I think what I see naman in terms of online classes, I think na firstly, since classes are always recorded naman, napansin ko sarili ko na natutulog ko minsan habang nagka-classes
Same.
or very chill lang habang nagka-classes. Like, minsan I steal a little bit of like games like Valorant or something habang nagka-classes. So, I think those are the pros. Pero one of the cons that I see in online learning is that lagi kang pagod. Like, cause you have a choice to not speak at all, or kasi minsan absent ka because natatamad ka. To the point na which, like, wala kang ganang punta sa classes because of that. And also, the fact na parang palaging walang camera or anything like that. It's like, nawala na yung communication between two people. So, it's kind of sad. Pero, honestly, it's life.
Actually,
You
for
other-
me naman, same thoughts lang as Cal, na parang, syempre at first, knowing that my first year of college would be fully online, syempre na-disappoint ako. But like, I guess as time went on, diba, you're hoping for face-to-face next term, and then the next term after that. But it it never really happened. So parang at this point, I'm just expecting it. Like, if we have face-to-face, I mean, syempre, masaya ako. But at this point, if it doesn't happen, which hopefully it does happen naman, I'm just ready for it talaga na online until third year, and hopefully third year namin face to face. So I feel
Sana.
the pain also.
Hindi niya pala na-experience yung written coding exam.
Ay,
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 sa amin yun.
ayoko
Narinig ko na yun,
nun.
narinig ko na yun. Pakit
Pass,
sa ulo ko lang,
pass na
narinig ko yun.
call dyan.
Yellow pad?
Yes, yellow pad. Let's go.
Yung
Balikan
yung mga
yan.
exam mo, colored paper, may mga pink, yellow,
Kahit
green.
di nilang boss. Kahit di nilang.
Okay na ako. I'm done with that. Buti na lang, wala tayong prog. Yeah. Ay, wait lang. Meron pa ba tayong prog? Meron na. Wala na. Ayan. Nice one, Jordan. Woo!
Pero speaking of like F2F experiences, one thing that we do not leave out talaga when it comes to F2F experiences is the org life, honestly. So how's it different from like online setting and F2F settings when it comes to like org? org.
May free food. The joke lang. May free
True,
food.
true.
Yeah.
True,
Well,
true.
Yeah, naman.
well, that's one, I would say. Kasi during the face-to-face, like yung mga general assembly, may mga allocated budget for the dinner ng mga participants. So, minsan Jollibee, KFC, McDo. Basta may free food, that's for sure. Then, minsan, like yung mga group study, may mga free taho. Yun. Basta that's one of the benefit during face-to-face or event. Second, for sure, is yung interaction and yung hinahatak mo yung kasama mo. Like, kunyari, in the hallway, may nakita ka friends. Hatakin mo siya, tapos sabay ka mag-join ng event, like yung mga amazing race. Amazing race yung matakbo kayo around the campus. Tapos may mga ano pa, yung mga org event, yung mga ACADS event. Then, syempre, yung mga ACADS event naman, yung mga programming. If nahirapan kayo, at least yung speaker can assist you, diba? Like, malapit sila, magde-debug sila on the spot, ganun. Pero, in the online, parang hirap. Kahit may tanong, yes, nasabi mo yung tanong, and nasagot naman ng speaker, pero iba pa yung experience eh. Minsan kasi pwede mo i-chika yung mga speaker on how to do this, how to do that, ganun. Mahirap lang talaga during the online. Yan. Yun yung na-experience ko. Yung, feel ko yung pinaka-ano talaga yan, yung free food.
Yeah.
Honestly, ako rin, like, pagdating ng General Assembly sa org namin, free food, period. Especially since yung General Assemblies namin, it's not just full of like tourism people. There's also like chefs or yung mga hospitality people talaga. So we always have free food. We always have these banquets talaga of food, like very, very many food.
Na sold na ako.
Grabe. So
Honest.
bottom line, join LSCS next term pag face-to-face na. Para may free food, di ba? Kada
may free food,
face-to-face
KFC.
events.
Yes! I like that.
May isa pa akong, something besides free food is yung games during mga GAs, etc. Kasi kapag mga GAs sa online, it's like Discord or like, wait, I forgot the name of the,
Kahoot?
Basta,
Kahoot.
yun. Yes, yun. Usually ganun. And, I don't know, pero hindi yun masyadong nag-trigger sa akin ng competitiveness. Pero kapag physical, tapos nakikita mo yung mga ibang tao na sa parang same linya and they're doing the same thing as you, parang nag-trigger ka gusto ko manalo, sa di. Diba? I'm just very competitive when I see people doing the same thing as me. So, baka, it like really makes the memory become like a core memory. Dahil doon. Yeah.
Pwede ko pa i-add sa games? Like, experience ng org life sa online. Ano kasi ako, project management ng CSG and then BSG last year pala, na ako yung project guy, activities. Nung first year namin nung first year kami, ang dami pa namin idea. Medyo masaya pa yung games. Like, parang nagkakaroon kami tournaments and stuff. Medyo in pa yung mga fresh eh. Pero ngayon, sa CSG, sobrang biga na ng brain namin. Like, lahat ng mga 121 and above, wala nang maisip na games. Like, nahihirapan na kami. Either Kahoot, o kaya yung Valorant, ganun. Pero wala na ata masyadong naglalaro ng ganun sa event kasi masyadong mahirap manage o kaya like parang basta sobrang weird na ng mga ideas namin na paulit-ulit na lang siya and it just sucks kasi hindi na nag-enjoy yung mga tao. Halata na kasi wala nang nag-join. So yeah. Yun lang yung masasabi ko.
Actually, may nakita akong post sa Freedom Wall. Parang binabash nila yung mga activities sa org. Kasi paulit-ulit nga, di ba? It's either, form the shape or bingo, di ba? So, wala lang. I mean, super limited lang naman din kasi yung sa online.
Yeah,
events.
you can't actually blame us. We tried really hard.
That's the point. But yeah.
Pinaghirapan namin lahat ng activities namin.
So,
please huwag kayo mag-atot.
So, taking a break from ACADS naman, ito yung next topic. And I'm actually not sure what this is, but I think this is more on, our upper batch. So, sila Sandra and Richard. So, can you guys explain, or if you guys don't know what it is, do you guys have any idea on what Happy Thursday is? So, I heard this was like a face-to-face thing before.
Sandra, gusto mo ikaw muna?
Ba't ako? um, um, sige Sige, para introduction sa Happy Thursday. In other words, inuman. Usually, inuman yan or party-party yan. Happy Thursday. Bakit Thursday? Kasi Friday, yun yung start ng weekend. Which is yung similar sa schedule natin. Ish, So, pero I heard that since senior high pa. Kasi din nga ako sa DLSU nag-senior high. And yung sa alam ko, since parang may parang time na yung Manila, they started to like close down mga bars, I think, like nearby. Kasi it's weird for a university to be really close to bars, diba? So what happened ata was that yung mga people not very into Happy Thursday, they go to BGC para sa Happy Thursday. So ayun, yun lang naman. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tama naman sinabi ni Sandra. Kasi yung schedule kasi before, yung face-to-face, tama naman na Friday, most likely no classes. So, ang nangyayari is sinusulit nila yung last day ng school day nila. Like, after ng classes, they will like hang out with friends, mag-chill, mag-have fun, ganun. Siyempre, I never experienced that. Ang nangyayari sa akin is I joined Org Events, yung mga GA, tas maglaro ng games, ganun. So, yun.
Disclaimer, hindi rin ako nagiinuman. Sabi ko lang yung alam ko.
Papaghalata.
Mga naririnig from upper batch.
So, with Happy Thursday naman, since Kyle haven't gone through it, I think. What do you usually do during Happy Thursday? Is it a very happy Thursday or a very lonely Thursday?
Hindi naman sa Thursdays usually kasi yung schedule ko ngayon, isa lang yung class ko sa Thursday. It starts ng 7 a.m. hanggang 9. Tapos after that, wala na akong pasok. It's great. Kaya happy talaga ako for Thursdays. Kasi that means the entire day pwede ako mag-Valorant, mag-exercise, do anything. Kasi wala naman akong pasok. Bukas, wala na akong pasok. The next day, so fun. Nag-excite nga ako
Pumapasok ka? Sa 7 to 9? Pumapasok
yes.
ka naman? Okay.
Masipag naman ako.
Okay.
Masipag naman ako.
Char. So, ganun pala. Kasi ako naman, hindi ako umiinom. Pero I usually hear my acquaintances going talaga towards bars and drinking, mga ganun. And I always hear like a lot of kwento, a lot of tea, a lot of like, drama that's going on because of Happy Thursday. And there were also times in which the Happy Thursday goes on until Sunday talaga. So when it comes to Monday, you'll see like people literally having red eyes na talaga and like semi-conscious na. Kasi
so cool.
like pa lang, like literally they drank so much to the point in which they're yung term na yun?
Sabog?
Like, sabog. Yeah, kind of sabog.
Hangover?
Yan, hangover. Sobrang hangover, like, tapos, it's oh my gosh. And the tea that goes on to Happy Thursday and like, oh my
Yung
God.
pinaka-importante yung tea.
Yes.
Yun yung makuha ko dapat.
Especially for people na hindi umiinom talaga.
Oo.
Yun na yung pinaka-benefit niyo eh.
Yes.
Yung pagpasok mo ng Monday,
Yung updates.
makikita ka.
Oo, di ba? Ganda.
Kaya at least medyo magaan lang yung Monday classes. Pag at least pagpasok nyo, alam nyo may nangyari. Oh, thank you Lord. Ganun.
Honestly.
So, I think we can move on to the next subtopic naman. So, I think, actually, I don't really have that much experience on this topic, but can you guys explain the new GOX building? Because parang when I started my freshman year, they were talking about the renovations and they were like saying, oh, it's better, it looks better than before the renovation. So, what are your thoughts on it?
I would say, Well, I would proudly say ako yung one of the last batch na nakapag-experience ng overnight in the old Gox lobby. Yun, kasi before there's like the 24 hours na study for the Gox. And na-experience ko naman yun. Yun. I would say I like the old one better kasi mas mahangin siya compared to the new one. And mas malaki yung space niya for the students study areas and such. And may mga photocopy machine pa dun. So, super convenient for a CSS student if may kailangan ka gawin. Right now, yung new Gox, I would siguro mas modern, mas
Aesthetically
maganda.
pleasing. Ganun.
Yes, pero when you go there, ang init niya. Yun lang yun. Na-experience ko. When I go to the campus, super init niya. And I prefer the old one better. Pero yun. I'm mature lang kay Sandra.
Baka kasi nung pumunta ka sa Panta dun sa bagong Gox building, baka hindi naka-on yung aircon kaya masyado mainit.
Hindi naka-on eh. Yeah. Tapos bawal pa kumain dun. Yung sa old Gox pwede.
Bawal? Sorry, di
Yeah,
pa ako
bawal.
nakapunta eh.
Ayun.
Oh no!
Same.
What?
Ako rin.
Wait lang. Hindi ko gets. Ano na yung point? Joke lang. Oh no, I'm confused.
Oh, pero I can already imagine it. Like, the new Gox, like, literally, kapag, face-to-face is open na and you can, like, literally do whatever you did before pandemic happened. Like, people eating at the side or talking or mga ganun. It feels lively and it feels as if parang meron ng modernized feel compared to, like, before. Yan lang.
And
Bukas
sa mga
pupunta
hindi
ako
pa
eh.
nakakapunta
Update
ng
ko kayo.
campus, take notes. Ay, sorry, go na.
Sinasabi ko lang na bukas pupunta ako. Update ko kayo
Ayun,
kung anong
sakto.
nangyayari.
Puti.
Malamig ba? Hindi. Ganun na message ko kayo.
Give us your full unedited review.
Nice.
Sige. Gawa ko na vlog.
Nice. Pwede.
Ayun. So, I think that wraps up our first topic. So, yun, we covered the traditions and cultures among students from different batches. The views and opinions of the hosts and resource persons do not represent those of the organization and the university and its stakeholders. Ayun. So, moving on to our second topic, we have student essentials and the bucket list. So, parang this is what every, quote-unquote, Nasallian student should do or dreams of doing in their college life. So first, we have the campus guide. So, syempre I guess si Richard lang tsaka si Sandra, but I'll take notes then. I'll take notes also since, ID Frosh then,
Frosh.
fellow Froshes. So yun, so can you guys go over like the details of the buildings, like where are the go-tos, or like may tambayan spots ba? Ayun.
Ang daming building sa DLSU.
Diba?
So yung mga
Start.
favorite mo lang, siguro.
Well, I would say yung pinakamalapit and one of the mukhang super old na building pero super ganyan tignan is the LS. Yun yung pinakamalapit sa McDo. So that's called the LS building. And then after LS building, there's the Henry C. So the Henry C is like the library. And also there are some offices naman. Pero most likely library siya. So yun yung one of the super tambay spot talaga in DLSU. Pwede ka tumambay dyan, may discussion room. Naka-aircon siya. And it's super nice to use the CRs there. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to
Sabi
ask
ng
din.
friend ko, kapag gusto niyo ng bidet, dyan po kayo pupunta. Yes.
Taking notes.
Charot, bidet review ka nun.
Oo. Pinabili niya lahat ng bidets. Seryoso.
Pwede nyo gold gamitin lahat ng CR ng DLSU.
Grabe yun.
Henry C. Tapos Henry C, there's also a lot. Sa likod ng Henry C building, there's SJ building. That's dun yung mga science laboratories and such. Pero I think nag-renovate sila ngayon. And then after that, there's faculty. Sa likod naman, there's faculty. I'm not sure kung anong college yan, but that's a faculty center. And then after dun, ano pa? There's also ang daming buildings kasi. So I'm gonna just say some. So there's also Miguel. I think there are like classes for CLA. Then Velasco, classes for
actually, wait. For Miguel, for parang tip lang. Kung gusto niyo nang pumuntang sa main campus na hindi nagtatap ng ID or nag-check ng bag from GOX, go to the Miguel Bridge. Yung connected sa Miguel na bridge, tas yan, okay na kaya. Kung nag-rush kaya.
So, sorry, hindi ka checkan ng like bag or anything?
Yeah.
So,
kapag like, through the...
May dala ka sa GOX.
Something
galing ka sa GOX. Kung galing ka sa GOX, kung nasa GOX ka na, sa loob.
Yeah.
But before you go to GOX, you're gonna, you're still gonna be checked.
Okay. Kinabahan ako.
May plano ka ata.
I actually heard about those nung dyan pa ako sa Benil. I was like, pwede bang makapasok isang Benil diyan sa DLSU? Actually, sadly, the answer is no. Pero I heard that there are like quote-unquote warp points raw, which pwede kang makapasok from one building to another without checking any bags or tapping any IDs. And I thought that was really cool.
Yes. Madami connecting bridges from one building to another. So, kunyari, from second floor ka, you just need to cross a bridge and then nasa kabilang building ka na sa second or third floor, ganun. Yun. And then there's also Velasco, that's for engineering. And then there's GOX, yung GOX for CCS. And ano ba? Yuchenko, that's also a very nice building kasi nandiyan yung auditorium, very very big auditorium, and then there's also National Bookstore in there. May National Bookstore siya. Yep. And ano pa? Andrew.
May connection siya sa Henry.
Yes, may siya. From auditorium, so kunyari kung madali ka, ayaw mo maghintay kasi ang haba ng pilang elevator, you can use those bridges to access different points. Then Andrew, yung 21st floor na building, super taas niya, kakapagod ng stairs dun. And ano pa, there's also
yung Andrew yung walang connection. Sadly.
Yeah, super labas ka.
Sadly.
Yep.
Very labas.
And Razons. So, Razon yung sports building and also yun yung parking ng mga students. Yun. Pero nandun yung may swimming pool, basketball court, and there's also a field na pwede kang mag-jogging, gano'n.
Yung swimming pool pwede niyong gamitin kapag walang varsity or klase.
That's true.
Ginawa namin yun.
Yeah.
Nice.
You just need to bring a padlock and yung swimming cup.
Swimsuit.
Yun ang kailangan.
May gym ba dun sa Razons? Like gym, like may weights and stuff?
Meron. Gold's Gym.
May Gold's Gym. Well, I think you need membership. I think so.
If you want fitness, go to Razons.
Yes.
Honestly, na narinig ko yung Razons, nagutom ako agad.
Razon.
Yun yung naisip ko. Halo-halo. Gusto ko ng halo-halo.
Ang init pa naman today.
Yeah. Ang daming buildings. May mga spots na hindi ko na-mention. Pero, yun. Sila yun. Siguro yun yung mga sikat.
Essentials.
Pero important talaga yung GOX. Yun yung home ng College of Computer Studies.
That's right. Grabe, as a Frosh, I'm really learning a lot. I'm especially gonna take note of that, favorite toilet spot talaga. I feel like
yun talaga yung
essential talaga yun sa mga Frosh.
May aircon.
Yeah.
What's aircon yung... Speaking of student essentials naman, let's talk about yung mga suggested school materials or yung mga kailangan mo sa online classes or face-to-face classes. So, this could be yung mga favorite snacks mo while coding, drinks, or yung mga productivity apps, or syempre yung mga laptops since CCS students nga tayo, di ba? So, what are some of your student essentials for classes?
For me, it's just laptop tsaka yellow pad. Pero kasi yellow pad kasi sisiprog, pero for the GEs na rin, for the GEs. So, ayan. Yung dalawang yun. At saka usual na pens. Given na yan. Tsaka wallet. Yung mga yan.
Clear envelope? The joke lang. During face-to-face kasi, there are some nights na magdadalang bag. Clear envelope lang sila. Tapos sa laman yan, anong ba naman? Mga calculator, yellow pad. Tapos wala na. Yun ang yung laman ng clear envelope nila. Ano pa?
How about you, Kyle? Ano yung parang dream bag mo when you're gonna go to
Dream bag.
dream
Ano
bag?
laman nito?
Anong
Wow.
laman ng bag mo?
Gucci,
Laman ng what bag ko, most like, dream ko wala.
that's
Ayun.
true.
Wala
Lalo na
akong
pag magko-commute ka.
Oh, sarap nun.
But what are some of
Pero,
the like the things you use talaga in online classes? Like, do you have any productivity apps? Like, for me, talaga I use Pomodoro. Because if you're like me, na when you study, your mind tends to wander, di ba? So like, sometimes I'll end up studying math. Tapos, after 30 minutes, I'll end up binge watching Netflix na. So, do you have any productivity apps that you like using? Or wala?
wala eh. Wala eh.
Natural.
I think kasi, wala lang. I think na, ever since na try ko nang i-maintain na, okay, kailangan mo i-speedrun to para matapos ka na, and then pag natapos ka na, dun ka na maglalaro ng kung anong gusto mo. Or, kung like 1 hour mag-aral ka, stop ka, mag-do something else para hindi ka ma-tempt again. Just, I don't know, sustenance or something. I don't know.
Honestly, di ko pa yun. I don't have the discipline, to be honest.
Okay lang yan. Pinagdaanan ko rin yan. Feeling ko lang yan. Training.
It's all about the mentality.
Yun yung isang problem sa sa online. Sobrang dali mo ma-distract.
To be honest.
Yun
Especially
Kaya
during
face-to-face.
class. Yeah. Kasi you have access to
nagbabalanta na ako.
YouTube, Facebook, mga social media.
Kaya salamat sa
Nilikatan yung
recordings.
YouTube,
Recordings talaga. Lifesaver.
Hindi, like, recording, so
Honestly.
God bless the teachers talaga that record.
Well, speaking of teachers and classes, of course, one thing that you would never escape talaga is terror profs and or lazy group mates. So how do you usually like go over this hurdle? Tinitiis na lang ba or drop na agad-agad kapag teacher siya?
Kapag terror prof kasi, the thing with terror profs is that although yun nga, strict sila generally, you learn a lot from them. Kasi yun nga, they're strict. So parang they really want you to learn. If you don't learn anything, ikaw may problema. Oops. Pero ayun. So parang hindi talaga, so parang required ka talagang matuto. So yun yung maganda sa terror profs. Pero at the same time, you have to adjust kasi to their kind of system.
Standards.
So you have to like look at their syllabus na rin to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally. Yun, just check yourself out kung ready na ba kayo maging student ng isang terror prof. Yan.
How about you guys? Kyle, what do you think na parang tips on how to avoid or taking care of bad group mates?
Sa bad group mates, may ako dyan eh. May simple solution yung brain ko na lagi kong ginagawa. May message ko sila agad, hey, gusto mong gumawa ng group chat sa Facebook. Tapos kapag hindi nila ako sinagot, may message ko na agad yung prof ko. Tapos hindi ko siya sasabihan about anything. Wala ako sasabihin sa kanya. Hahayaan ko siya. Kinda evil. I don't know. Parang evil villain na tao ngayon eh. Pero, I don't know. Nainis ako sa mga ganun eh. Parang hindi sila magpaparamdam. Tapos i-expect nila sa dulo na hindi ko alam, hindi ko aware. Parang, naman, come on, man. It's kind of your responsibility too. So, parang, you gotta, I don't know, check Canvas. Mag-check kayo ng Canvas, I don't know. Basta
kasi we're all adults na eh.
Yun nga, in fairness.
College na tayo. I
You're
mean,
responsible
to
for
be
yourself.
fair. Yeah. Like, umabot tayo from elementary, kinder, or something, hanggang ngayon. And hanggang ngayon, ganun ka pa rin. That's kind of off na eh, di ba?
That's
So
true.
parang, come on, gotta be responsible.
True.
Yun lang.
Honestly, nagawa ko kung anong sinabi ni Kyle. There was one time in which we have like this coding activity. Tapos yung mga groupmates ko, they're not replying at all. They're not doing their codes. So parang, I always apply ko naman sila kinakausap like, hey guys, it's Saturday na. How's school? How's life? Kumusta naman coding? Ganun. Pero hindi sila nagre-reply sa akin. And I'm like, guys, am I talking to a wall or something? So, in the end, of course, ginawa ko na rin lahat. Pero once I got the chance to like change group mates, literally I just goodbye. Next.
Pero like sa end ng ano, did they get the grade? The like same sa'yo?
Uh, I actually said it to my teacher na parang wala silang ginawa. So,
Wala
I
sila.
don't-
That's good.
I
really
don't know really kung ano yung mga grades nila. So,
Okay na
Sana
yan.
sinabi mo sa prof, 0 niyo yun, sir. Kasi wala silang kwenta. So bad.
I think
Tama
the
naman yan.
I think the best thing to do talaga in that situation is to show initiative lang. Para at least, whatever happens, you know that you did your
You
best.
tried.
Yeah, you tried to, accommodate them, actually do something for your group, which I think is really good naman on your part. But
Yeah.
speaking of initiatives, I know a lot of froshies, especially in the online setting, has this problem. So how do you guys go about making new friends, especially now na online? So di ba mas mahirap mag-communicate, chat. So,
For me, ang pinaka important rule is to have, pwede ko bang sabihin like balls? Is that the word na pwede kong sabihin dito? Balls.
courage
Like
na
big
lang.
balls.
Courage.
Sige. Okay. Cut that out, boys. Okay. Dapat you have massive courage to be the initiator. Kasi may mga kilala ko, especially nung first day na mag-class, yung block nila, walang nangyari. Like, ano sila, parang wasteland. Walang nagsasalita. Yung GC nila, nothing. Tapos, well, ako kasi, mayabang ako eh. Hindi pa mayabang. Makapal mukha ako. So, minessage ko yung friends ko first day, after, like sa end ng first day classes. Message ko yung block naman, hi guys, gusto niyo mag-hangout sa Zoom? Wow. So, tapos lahat sila, G, kasi I think everybody wanted rin naman. Ayun, si Gabby, dito sa call. Blockmate ko siya. One of my close friends sa DLSU. Tapos, wala lang. Nagsama-sama lang kami. Tapos, through that, may isang malaking group kami na nag-uusap-usap lang kami every day. Minsan naglalaro kami. Tapos, super close friends. Sila Gabby yan. Yeah. Basta malaking courage yung kailangan mo.
How about you, Zapanta? Like, what are the changes that you felt nung making friends F2F versus making friends online?
During face-to-face, mas madaling mag-meet ng new friends. One is, syempre, yung first interaction in blockmates, tapos minsan or events. During online setup, mas mahirap siya. I think one is you really need to have the initiative to reach out to others, kapalan yung mukha. And syempre, I think super important yung mga Discord sessions. Yung mga Discord sessions, dun talaga parang dun talaga yung nami-meet mo yung new friends, yung forming the new bonds with others in an online setup. Yung mga after events, like during the art event, pwede ka magtambay na lang after event, tapos magchichikahan kayo, or play maybe Valorant or League, mga ganun. So I think in the online setup, you really need to have the initiative to talk with each other. Kapalin mo ka, join the different Discord calls, then meet new friends. Yun lang talaga yung way to meet new friends in an online setup.
Nice thought, really. Like initiatives and really trying to make friends talaga. It's honestly, as a extrovert/introvert, there are times talaga in which gusto kong makipag-usap talaga. Like, especially these days na parang wala akong kausap. Like, I really want to talk to people, but at the same time, nahihiya rin ako. So like, in the end, it really comes down to having courage to really make friends talaga. How about you, Sandra? Like, what are your thoughts with making friends online and F2F?
The thing with making friends online, feeling ko wala akong masyadong masasabi dyan. Kasi most of my friends right now, sila yung na-meet ko ng first year or mga senior high. So parang may mga face-to-face pa. Pero when I try to make friends, what I do is, okay, don't call me a stalker, pero ito lang talaga yung trip ko. I usually like scan, mabilisan lang yung profile nila. Like, okay, ano yung ginagawa nila, etc. etc. Tapos, if I see something na may parang common interest kami, I'm gonna suddenly chat them about it, like randomly lang. Tapos, ayun. Tapos, if a conversation goes on from there, then okay, kung wala, edi okay then. I mean, I tried. So, ayun. And then another thing, I guess, is to join mga orgs na may parang similar interests or hobbies as you. So, may mga orgs na about, not like LSCS na very about parang very into CCS. There's others like anime, ano pa? Ano yung mga iba nalimutan ko na? Japanese culture, Korean culture, and many more. So yun, there's like other orgs na talagang very focused on certain interests. So kung may gusto ka, you can join there, and then since interest mo nga, edi mas interesado kang makamit ng tao, and then make bonds.
So I think to sum everything up, what do you guys think about how to make the most out of the college life?
So how to make the most out of college life? So I think there's two, and that's accept that you're gonna fail sometimes. Kasi this may be not just in terms of grades, pero it can be like something na just feeling like a failure, or like feeling you're disappointed in yourself. Like you're bound to be like that sometimes, and it's okay. Like that's normal. You're bound to feel stupid talaga. Ganun talaga yung buhay. So make sure na lang na you don't get stuck dun sa stage na life mo, and make sure that you grow dun sa failure mo, or like you learn from it. And then another thing is, although it is essential to have good grades, your highest priority in college is to learn more about yourself and yung field na you're interested in. Don't be focused too much na, okay, kailangan 4, kailangan DL ako, basta ganun. Parang masyadong pressure yun para sa sarili mo. And that's just like, although it's a bit too cliche to say it, pero it's just a number. What's more important is like your skills, na you really believe in yourself. Parang you have to grow your confidence before you set out into the world. So, ayun. So, yeah.
Nice one. How about you, Kyle? What do you think?
I think tama si Sandra. Like character development is like the key sa college. You just gotta be, dapat sure ka na nung pumasok ka ng after senior high school, like pagka-start mo ng college, tapos sa end ng college, dapat sure ka na cooler ka, okay, better machine. I don't know, you're like the beast. Ewan ko. Basta you gotta be, I don't know, I guess magkaroon ka ng as much memories as you can, even though sobrang pangit ng setup ngayon. Hindi naman sobrang pangit, pero like, kakaiba yun. Kahit kakaiba yung setup ngayon, make sure na you make a lot of memories, even by yourself, with your friends, or anything. Kahit nag-recite ka sa class, tapos sinabihan ka ng prof mo, you're so good! Kaya just, ano mo yung little things in life, I guess. Yun lang yun.
And last but not the least, Richard, what do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with Kyle and Sandra. And small tip, college is around super short lang siya, 4 years. Try to maximize it. And this is really the stage where you learn about yourself. Dito mo makikita kung saan ka magaling. If you're still lost, take these 4 years as a time to improve, to discover, to look for kung saan ka magaling. Kasi, syempre, yun iba, like someone na kakilala ko, CCS, pero they don't want coding. But in the college, they know na in CCS, it's not about coding. May mga other stuff pa na pwede gawin. So, it's through the college journey that they learn about themselves. They know about their strengths and weaknesses. And syempre, if nahirapan kayo, you can always like talk with each other. May mga friends naman in the upperclassmen, ganun, to talk to them so that they can give you advice. And kung gusto nyo, for other organizations, they also provide events that can help you talaga, like mga tech mentoring sessions, yung mga tech careers, ganun, those career talks and opportunity to help you really know which field you really want to go to. Kasi once after you graduate, parang mahirap na to adjust if you failed, mahirap na talaga to to parang wala na yun, anong tawag dun? I'm not sure kung anong word yun. Pero in college, when you fail, it's parang safe compared when you graduate na talaga. Ayun.
Speaking of graduation, I think we wrapped up na talaga nicely on, college life and everything. Pero after graduation, of course, we start thinking about the future and everything like that. So, what do you think is the best time to prepare for the future? Is it like right now, this instant, like me joining orgs as a first year, or maybe like in the latter years pa, like OJTs and mga ganun?
I would say siguro earliest would be second year. Siguro by second year you can start thinking na kasi sa second year in ST naman there's a subjects where that's called CS swing, wherein you were given different roles wherein hindi lang puro developer, hindi ba lang puro coding, there's also like tester, product owner, and scrum master. So there are different roles in the field of CCS. So it's through those different subjects that help you explore what you really want to do in the college. Yun. Though, if ever hindi ka pa sure na second year, sana by third year or fourth year, mahanap mo na yung gusto mo gawin. Kasi mahirap na, lalo na kung third year OJT mo or fourth year. Yun. So, sana through the OJT, yung talagang experience mo on the stuff you want to do, it's through the hands-on experience to check if you really want to do this for maybe for the rest of your life or maybe for the next 10 years. Ganun. Sandra, may i-add ka ba dun?
Feeling ko lang. Hindi to professional. Ask for a professional help naman kung hindi to legit, pero sige. Parang for me, yung first and second year, you can chill for a bit and just like take note of yung achievements mo muna. Kasi that could help your resume, yung pag-perform ng resume mo. But at the same time, it also helps your confidence in yourself. Parang, oy, ang galing ko naman. Like, ang dami kang nagawa. Parang, kahit parang little things na parang, ay, naka-form ako ng Lego, yung ganun, like, it's really, like, very, very, I guess, it feels very fulfilling pa rin. And then, another thing is, during the first, second year, I think it's better if you just get out of your comfort zone. Like, kung hindi ka sanay maging part ng org, edi maging part ka ng org. So, parang don't join an org or don't do an activity kasi mas maganda to sa resume. I learned it the hard way kasi yun yung ginawa ko. Whoopsies! Pero I learned na parang dapat yung mindset mo is you're getting into an activity kasi you like it and you want to grow. It's not because ang ganda tingnan sa resume because that's not gonna work in the long term. So, ayun. Yun lang.
I'll save na ako kay Sandra. Kasi, it's same lang talaga eh. Kasi like, you gotta, I mean, in a sense, kasi ang naisip ko, maybe you could start sa first and second year, like what I did. Pero you have to make sure na yung gagawin mo is not something you don't wanna do and something na hindi mo lang gagawin para sa resume. So, I guess you gotta build yourself up in any way you can, I guess. Kahit small things lang yan. Like what Sandra said, kuha ka ng Lego. That's good. Okay, like Sir Richard said, na like join an org in parang in a way na parang different yung assignments mo, like different roles in an org, or I don't know, basta be better or try to be better. Improve.
Yeah. Honestly, as a 115 rin, pwede ko ring sabihin na just take your time talaga on first year, second year. You have ample of time to really think it through. And, maybe try to feel out muna kung ano yung mga gusto nyo. And then once you know what you really like, that's the time you really go for it talaga. Yeah.
So you guys mentioned orgs naman. So the next question is, are joining orgs and officer positions really worth it? Like, is it really helpful in applying for OJTs, internships, or even a career in the future?
Richard?
Well, Well, personal experience, I would say it helps me improve myself to become a better person, better leader. Yun. Well, in technical, hindi naman masyado. Pero as a person talaga, it really helps you. It boosts your confidence, get out of the comfort zone, yung communication skills, presentation skills. It really helped me improve talaga being an officer. Pero join org, siguro if hindi mo talaga trip maging officer, pwede ka nang join ng orgs. Kasi the orgs help you really provide activities that really helps you. So like, they can help you connect with the companies, ganun. So small little ways. If ever ayaw mo maging officer, you can be a member to really maximize the opportunities you can get. Yun. Yun lang naman siguro masasabi ko. Kasi ang daming nangyari naman before being an officer. So, yun. Hindi naman talaga lahat really want to become an officer. So, maximize na lang yung opportunities na nakukuha as member.
True. As a 115, ayan, ihugot ko na lahat ng memories ko. Personally, what Zapanta said was really true. If you like becoming part of an org, really you'll have a lot of opportunities and experiences talaga when it comes to creating events, polishing your communication skills or management skills, like literally talagang itetest ka. And I feel like really joining events, orgs, is really, really good talaga for not just your resume, pero for also yourself.
I agree then. It's more on you can develop your own skills talaga when you join orgs. Like it's not something that you can learn from your general academics. It's something that you can learn through practice, through through actual experience, which I really find valuable talaga in joining orgs. So, yun, on the topic of orgs then, do you guys think na students should prioritize their ACADS or extracurriculars? Or pwede din naman like a good balance if you can manage it. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Good balance is the best parang ideal way of looking at it. Pero, syempre, hindi ideal ang buhay. So, kung kailangan mo talagang pumili, syempre, ACADS. Because that's what you paid for. I mean, let's be honest. You went to Salle para sa ACADS. So, parang yun yung main meat. Gutom na ako. Pero, anyway, yun yung main meat. So, parang, this alone, parang mainly builds yung foundation mo ng skills. Yung technical, communication, writing, goal setting, mga ganyan. Like, it alone gives you parang all those skills na you need sa, di ba totoong buhay? Totoong buhay na to. I mean, like, outside world yan. Pero, yung extracurricular naman, extra lang siya. So it's like your choice to do them. So it's parang since it's your choice, it's your responsibility. So you have to learn how to balance them or somehow make sure na lang na your extracurricular won't be like obstacle sa ACADS mo.
Yeah, I agree. Siguro small tip na lang. If ever kunyari super involved pa sa org, so nagiging parang there's a student leader, but always remember that student comes first before leader, so always prioritize your ACADS before your extracurriculars. Yun yung sabi ng upper batch sa akin na student leader, student comes first. Ayan, tips for the lower batch, like sila Kyle, if ever gusto maging super active.
Yes. So, tama.
Your thoughts on it, Kyle?
I guess, kasi nung first year ko, dami akong ginawa. Naging Santugon General, Batch General, tapos nung JO pa, tapos I was part like 2 other orgs, and yung dalawang other orgs na yun, like mga ilang months na ako. Like, sa org na yun, had a position pa, parang trainee sa Adja Adnimo, yung sumasayaw people, guys. Yeah, sama ko dun. Tapos,
uy!
Sample.
Joke lang kaya ako. Pero yun nga, nag-stop ako ng like 1 or 2 months in. Medyo nakakahiya nga yung pag-stop ko eh. Like, wala akong sinabi sa kanila. Like, dinedma ko sila. Nahiya ako. Kasi, ewan ko, parang nahiya lang ako. Pero huminto na lang ako nun. Pero tinuloy ko yung JO, tapos yung Santugon. And then, wala na. Parang na-burnout kasi agad ako. Kasi for starting out with 4 orgs, tapos biglang lahat sila may position. So parang nakakapagod nga. So I guess you gotta be uh, prioritizing your health. Wow. Huwag sa out of the option.
Agree,
out of the
agree.
box. Grabe. Pero yeah, I guess, ay mas priority yung ACADS, pero sunod na rin yung extracurriculars. Dahil kasi extracurriculars, most likely doon ka naman makakakuha ng friends mo. So I guess kailangan mo rin magbibigay ng kahit konting effort. Pero I guess, yeah, I guess ACADS talaga and health.
Speaking of ACADS and like extracurricular activities, do you guys have like any worries or problems with regards to ACADS or extracurriculars right now? And if so, how do you guys like try to resolve it?
May isa akong naisip agad dun. Ang problem ko as IT, kailangan namin handle ng hardware. Never pa ako nakahawak ng hardware. Second year na ako, third year na ako. Lagi namin sinasabi, okay, so yung core switch, ganun, yung mga switch, router, ganun. Never pa ako nakapaghawak ng kahit isa sa doon. I don't even know how to put yung console cable papunta sa console port ng PC tapos sa switch. How I don't know. Tapos na-imagine ko lang sa OJT ko, Kyle, gawa ka ng network, like small network lang. Tapos tatanong ko sa employer ko, alin dito yung switch? Alin po dito? Parang sobrang red flag naman sa kanila yun. Parang magsisisi sila. Pero yun lang yung concern ko for mga sobrang lab heavy courses.
But yung iba naman, do you guys have any, for those of you, baka you guys are finding OJTs or internships, you guys have any current problems with it? Or everything's okay pa naman in your experience?
Not everything's okay, pero yung main worry ko is more of makakahanap ba ako ng kumpanya na makaka-accept sa akin para na may good benefits and good environment and ganun. And will my job be, or will the job that I choose be like fit for me, best fit for me, ganun. Yan, yun yung mga worries ko at the moment.
Well, to be honest, yun yung worry ko naman right now kasi next term ko OJT na. So naghanap na ako ng OJT. And for me, you really need to find yung company na really aligns with your interests. Like yung vision mission nila really aligns with you. So for me, medyo na-worry naman ako kasi wala akong nahanap right now. And it really needs time for you to look for the OJT that really wants. Yun nga baka term 1 na gagraduate or term 1 na magte-take instead ng summer term. Yun. So, I would say, take it one step at a time. Hindi naman mabilis yan. It takes time. And wala. For me, I really take it one step at a time. Kaya baka term 1 na mag-OJT. But the worry will always be there for me. As early as second year pa lang, nandiyan na yun. Yun.
Honestly, like as a person that graduated already, parang kasi kakasimula pa lang pandemic. Technically, since I graduated na mga 2019. So, what I actually did was after OJT, naghanap na ako agad-agad ng trabaho. Like I went to different tour agencies, tour/travel agencies, or even actually finding jobs in hotels, mga ganun. And honestly, that's one of my main worries kasi after going through like different job applications, mga ganun, not even a single company called me. Kahit na isipin natin na it doesn't align with my values and stuff. Kasi of course, we always know na you won't get the company that you'd have. That would be a very ideal world. And just like what Sandra said, there's no ideal world out there. It's just reality. So it's hard talaga trying to find the job. So I think one of my tips talaga is after OJT, really try to find a job even before graduation. Pwede mo naman sabihin sa employer mo na parang, uy, I'm almost gonna graduate naman. So if you can give me a little bit of leeway, then that would be okay. Kapag gusto ka talaga ng employer, then go ahead. Pero kapag hindi ka gusto ng employer, sige, move on ka na lang. Ganun.
One good thing about LaSalle though is they have a lot of opportunities na binibigay sa mga estudyante. Kahit hindi pa nagpa-practicum. Like may mga job expo, may mga webinars hosted by very special companies para sa atin. Tapos may mga databases lang for company contact. So ayun, like, thank you, LaSalle.
Thank you, LaSalle. We love you
Salamat.
so much. Oh yeah. Of course, after talking about jobs and everything, do you guys have like any future plans after graduation? Like any quote unquote fantasies or something like
Yan
that?
naman tayo sa fantasy.
Oo nga, yung fantasy.
Okay,
eh.
nakakatakot eh.
Meron ba kayong parang mga dreams, aspirations on what you guys do after graduation?
Lapit na mag-graduate. Well, syempre, work. Well, if gusto mo mag-break for a while, pwede naman. Take it slowly. I would say, ang hirap ng college. So, if you want to have a break, go ahead. Pero if gusto mo na mag-work, go ahead rin. Ako, baka work na rin since I'm gonna use my summer term to rest. And then, may plans na nga kami ng friends ko na graduation tour somewhere after pandemic or kung travel restrictions mas na siya, hindi strict. But that's my plan after graduation, to work na.
How about Sandra and Kyle? Like, any... Ay, tatanungin ko. Any thing that you would like to like think about when it comes to like after graduation? Tama ba?
Ako personally, it's just to work na, to find somewhere to work na maganda yung parang reviews. I mean, like maganda yung kumpanya. Yun. Tapos, gives good benefits. Yan. And I just hope na, as I said earlier, na it's a job na is best fit for me. And also, I guess I want to travel more since hopefully tapos na yung pandemic noon. So, ayan. Yes. Yun lang talaga.
How about you, Kyle? What do you think?
Tawag dito. For me, I think I want to work pero not as an IT yet, at least. Kasi parang, I don't know, gusto ko lang muna mag-explore outside of being a regular employee. I guess gusto ko muna maging, like, I wanna try streaming kasi I guess it seems fun. It's like playing games but getting paid. I guess kailangan lang is like, yung hard part nandun is being entertaining, which I'm not sure kung if I am entertaining, maybe, I don't know. Pero let's just pray na like baka gumana yun. But other than that, I think naman work is good kasi I like money.
Coins.
Yeah, we like that dollar bills.
I think as long as you're doing something that you're passionate about talaga, I don't think you could ever go wrong with it. As long as you're enjoying what you're doing.
Tama
So-
naman, yeah.
Yes. So with that, that's actually our last topic for the podcast. So yun, we discussed all 3 topics. So thank you guys. But before we end the podcast, I'd like to ask if each of you guys have any advice to the incoming CCS students. So I think we can start with syempre the older batch muna. Ay, hindi naman older batch. I mean more experienced batch.
Okay lang. Okay lang yun.
Sige.
Go,
Paraphrase.
Okay lang yun. Okay, ang dami na namin binigay kanina daw. Kasi along the way, nag-share rin tayo ng tips. But siguro, I would say maximize your college years. It's 4 years or 4 to 5 years. Maximize it. Try to learn as much as you can to discover about yourself. If you want to join organizations, join those na gusto mo. If you want to go for a higher like our positions, go ahead. Kung ayaw, then okay lang. Just maximize yung stay mo in college kasi after mag-graduate, wala na. You're in the real world. Real world or hindi naman. Yung parang going into the industry na talaga. So maximize your college. 4 years may be short pero mamaya mapansin nyo, super bilis na lang. Yun.
Okay, so for me naman, yung advice ko is, kagaya nga ng sinabi namin kanina, experiment. Mali. Don't pressure yourself to have good grades or have a good resume. Just pressure yourself to grow as a person by feeding yung desire mo to learn, and just don't ever stop being curious. So,
For me, just be yourself. Wow, parang galing sa movie. Pero,
Yourself.
I mean, like, to be fair naman kasi, it's parang lahat ng sinabi ni Miss Sandra and Sir Richard, parang you gotta take it one step at a time, and like, wag mo masyadong i-pressure yung sarili mo. If, for example, may nakilala kang friends and parang you try to be a different person, and you're not gonna be happy trying to be a different person to a bunch of people, right? So, I guess ang gawin mo na lang sa sarili mo is alamin mo na lang sa sarili mo na you're always good enough, pero you shouldn't stop being curious and being better, like what Miss Sandra said and what Sir Richard said. So improvement is the key.
Grabe. I learned a lot of new things talaga in this podcast. But I think for me, the main takeaway talaga that I got from this podcast was that, your college life is short. It may seem like a long time, 4 to 5 years, but in reality, it's just really short talaga. And I feel like in that short amount of time, it's you that has to make all the decisions, because you're not gonna know what's the best for you, diba? The only one that knows the best for you is yourself. So I think the most important thing is to just enjoy your college life. Take it step by step. You don't have to follow anyone's pace but yourselves. So that's the main thing I got from this podcast. Ikaw ba, Jordan?
I think I don't know, if I were to summarize everything that you guys said into one word, wow, that would be initiative. Because I know if you don't do your English, if you can't initialize yourself into doing the things that you love or really trying to be a better you, then why sorry kapag sobrang harsh, pero why are you still here? Personally, if going through college talaga means that you really need to try and do a lot of initiatives in order to improve yourselves and be a better you, of course you still have time, pero honestly, is there? We have 4 years and more. So I really do hope that through this podcast, you'd really initialize yourselves to be better people, be a better version of yourselves, be a version 2.0, whatever. And yeah.
So I'm Joseph, and again, we'd like to thank our guests here today for dedicating their time to share their college experience with us. We really found it super interesting talaga. So thank you, guys.
Okay, bye. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all of you. Bye. Bye.
The views and opinions of the hosts and resource persons do not represent those of the organization and the university and its stakeholders.